I don't know.
Days?
300? I'm not sure.
All right, I think Simone is responsible for having these guests on. We were joined by the Argentinian ambassador to Jamaica, not for the first time, His
Big
Excellency
team.
Ariel Hernandez, because she supports Argentina, and senior advisor to Minister Bartlett Delano Seabright, who supports Germany. And of course, I support.
I think you caught the land off guard a while ago.
No,
Maybe he didn't want his affiliation known. He has to travel all over the world, you know.
Well, he might end up in Germany. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Great to see you again. Good morning, Delano.
Good morning, guys.
You guys, well, not you guys, but you were in Argentina recently.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, the Ministry of Tourism and Jamaica Tourist Board decided to visit Argentina to meet with marketing professionals, airline executives, Argentinian travel industry leadership about getting more Argentinian tourists to Jamaica. Argentina is our #1 market for tourists out of South America. Last year,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know we had over 5,130 Argentinian tourists visiting Jamaica last year alone, 10,000 over the last 2 years. So it's an important market for us, and we want to double the numbers out of Argentina because the economy is growing again, and they absolutely love reggae music, and their professional middle classes love to travel.
Tell me about that strategy, though. So Argentina is the most popular,
The #1.
#1 market. So you're trying to double that market as opposed to bringing up another.
We're trying to double the numbers out of Argentina, like same strategy for other countries in South America, because it's such a new market per se, and a lot of them have a strong interest in reggae music, a lot of them have a strong interest in Jamaica. So we've been, for example, working with Copa Airlines, and Copa is now doing daily flights between Panama City and Montego Bay starting July, which is huge because that's a good connection from South America into Panama, then into Montego Bay, Jamaica.
Wow, that's fantastic. So tell me a little bit about the linkages between Argentina and Jamaica. How are we similar? What is it about Jamaica that pulls the folks from
We are similar
Argentina
because you are out of many and we are a melting pot too. So we have received the influence of many countries from all angles of the world, including from Africa. So all generations and new generations, new waves. So we are similar in, you will be surprised, maybe in food. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of food, sir?
You like to eat the tail, no?
The tail.
Yeah?
The tail of
The tail of cow, yeah? The
Oxtail.
oxtail. We eat oxtail too.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, that's one way.
There is a long history. We started to be exporters of meat in the 1820s. And most of our meat were directed through the British Channel or British companies to the Caribbean.
Yeah.
So maybe we could say that Argentina has been present in Jamaica since then in terms of food.
For a long time.
You were also saying, sir, that you have just a few reggae bands.
A few, yeah.
How many, sir?
A few like 300.
300 reggae bands.
Yes, in all around the country. Yeah, it's not only concentrated in the main city, Buenos Aires, in the second city, but my first experience with Jamaican musicians when they approached the embassy was being shocked by all the people in different parts of the country trying to get them in their cities.
Okay.
My first experience was with the Wailers and the last one with the Congos, but many reggae musicians go there. And we organized the first reggae festival last year, and the attendance was around 40 to 60,000 people.
Incredible.
And you're talking about Jamaican-influenced reggae we're talking
Yes, sir.
about.
Yeah.
What kind of
incredible.
music would be? What's Argentinian music? What's that?
Well, again, it's a mix. You can find tango, you can go to local folklore, you can go to other rhythms of Europe, but you can go to salsa, Caribbean music, Andean music. So in the 70s, 80s, young musicians started to make fusion of many musics, yeah? And the final result is, for instance, a group could travel to Mexico or to other parts of Latin America and get 100,000 people
Jeez.
hearing them.
Do you have many Jamaicans visiting Argentina?
Not as much, not
Maybe
for the
no.
moment.
Maybe
No,
we
no,
can
for the
start.
moment, no.
Huh?
Maybe we can start some kind of.
But I will
reciprocal-
surprise you again. Do you know that we have a Jamaica Square in Buenos Aires?
Yeah.
You do.
Jamaica Square.
We met with the travel agents in Argentina, a lot of travel agents, hundreds of travel agents, the Jamaica Tourist Board and the Ministry of Tourism. And I'm telling you, I was shocked at the power of reggae music in the country. I'm telling you. I mean, people could sing word for word Sizzla Kalonji, they can sing word for word I Wayne, they can sing word for word. And at the point where you're like, wow, you know the words to the song more than me.
Incredibly.
The power of reggae music is unbelievable.
So how did the trip work out?
So it worked great because Copa Airlines is very excited about the non-stop flights from Panama to Montego Bay daily, starting July. Then we're working with LATAM, which is the largest airline in all of South America, to do non-stop flights between Lima, Peru and Montego Bay, Jamaica, which will then open up for Argentina, Chile and other countries to fly easier into Jamaica. Okay. And that's important for us. And then, of course, the travel agent community, we have several trips coming with them, fam trips coming, and it's been going great, and we expect the numbers to double in the coming years.
Okay. Yeah. So to what do you attribute, Ambassador, the growing economy?
The growing economy basically is associated in Argentina with raw materials that we export and some changes in policies. Yeah, before the economy was a little bit restrained from growing because of not necessarily good policies. And normally, when the agricultural sector reacts, it's a real success and very easy. We can produce 150 million tons of food.
Wow. Okay.
So,
I have to change the subject a bit, sir. Never had a great start in the World Cup. I said, and this is not coming from any great analysis, I just have a gut feeling that your team and Simone's team will still go to the next round. Okay.
Okay.
How do you feel, sir?
I continue to be optimistic about reaching the next round, and it will be a proof for these players to really show some strong position. So it will be our third game with Nigerian World Cups. So I hope that a better organization that in the previous matches could be developed, and that Messi will explode finally.
That's another area of support or linkage, because Jamaica, well, in addition to being Brazil country, maybe Argentina would rank number 2, probably.
Yeah, we actually went to Argentina for
Back in the day.
Under-20 World Cup. I think we were beaten something like 8-1 by Argentina, something like that. Messi, some people think that if he does not win a World Cup, he will never be rated as one of the greatest players ever. How do you feel about that?
Well, I was saying to the Gleaner some days ago that we are very lucky as Argentinians because we have been blessed by God with Maradona and with Messi. And I won't discuss who's better. We have discussed about that before.
Yep.
So, but we have been blessed with those great players in the world. So, I don't think that if he doesn't win this World Cup with the team, could not be considered one of the greatest players in history, because the numbers are there. Yeah. It's incredible. So we need to respect a little bit his career, and sometimes you can win.
What would happen in Argentina? How would the people feel if you don't come out of the first round? How would they feel about that?
Well, to tell you the truth, in the last World Cup, they were surprised that we reached the final. Yeah.
So they won't take it too hard this time, is what you're saying.
So sometimes you have to make more effort. So people are supporting the team. Yeah. And they are very well conscious that that is now is a real challenge. And at the same time, it's good because we have to come back to the fundamentals of. You say you were there for under 20. The Colombian coach has been our coach for several years, working a lot with young people, and it's my recommendation to Jamaica too. You have to organize from very early time, because it's the best way to find players and how they can associate themselves since they are teenagers. Yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
So it would be a good opportunity for Argentina to come back to that in order to reach Qatar or other World Cups in the future with a more consolidated team.
Yeah, still on the last question. What's your forecast now, having gone and made your plans? What are we looking at? You're saying 10,000 for
10,000
for next year?
No, over the next 2 to 3 to 4 years.
Okay.
It's very achievable. Argentina and Chile are the 2 key markets in South America.
Very achievable.
The ultimate objective is to increase airlift, because that's what matters. Getting you on a plane so you can easily get into Montego Bay, Jamaica. And that has been our focus, and we have achieved that so far.
Yeah, fantastic. Good to see you. Good to see you, sir. Good luck with your team, sir.
And good luck with
Thank you
Brazil.
very much from my heart.
No, good luck with Brazil. Boo.
Yeah,
I don't mean that. I'm a sportsman. I'm a sportsman.
if Brazil loses, sir, I'm going to lose all of this.
Really?
And I'm cutting it.
But you have bet on them to win the cup.
Yes, sir.
And they have a very compact, very good team. Very good team.
All right.
Diplomatic answer.
No,
They're a good team.
in 1970, I was a kid. Argentina didn't qualify. I was a supporter of Brazil.
Oh, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're a good man, sir. Argentinian ambassador to Jamaica, His Excellency Ariel Hernandez, and senior advisor to the Minister Edmund Bartlett, Mr. Delano Seabright.